Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week. No. This is for mid-December 2023. You start off here with this elephant card and this fish card. The fish card is a card of creating small wins in your life and making sure that you do things that create small wins in your life like every single day. So, and you have this Seven of Pentacles as well. And like, do I need to say it, Libra? Is the juice worth the squeeze, right? So, I feel some of you could be in situations that just aren't worth it. You have this elephant card, and elephants can represent like history or, they can represent kind of like information that's passed down through generations. But I want to stress that intuitively what I'm getting from this reading is that there's something about history or something that you need to let go of. In this deck here, this is the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle, this deck right here. And the elephant kind of represents luck in that deck as well. And you have the Star, the Empress, the Ace of Cups. Like, are you kidding? There is definitely a lot of luck that is available to you. You have two aces here, which is amazing. You're actually the only sign, I think, so far this month to have two aces. I'm sorry, this for these mid-monthly readings, because again, everybody had two aces for the 2024 readings or whatever it was. So, again, it seems to me like we're in a time of new beginnings anyway, and that's probably why people are getting multiple aces. I think it's more collective. I don't think it's all that special, right? I mean, it is special. It's nice. I would take advantage of it, but, there you go. But with the fish, I really feel small wins here. The fish is also about, kind of like going against the current, but in a good way. It's like if you think about it, if a fish does not swim upstream, like a salmon we're talking about here, right? It can't breed, number one, but also it'd be super weak. Like if fish didn't swim against the current, they would, they wouldn't develop a lot of muscle, So I feel for a lot of you, it's like, yeah, maybe you've been going through some difficulties. And, I feel like this is saying like, there's something here about, you needing to look at what you have gained. It's like, yeah, maybe you've been swimming against the current. There's been a lot of challenges, but I also feel you've gained a lot of strength, and that's like what this is saying here, this first row. You have the Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Wands in this first row. The Seven of Pentacles, again, is a juice worth the squeeze. There's clearly a new beginning coming in for you because you go Empress to the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, like a big new opportunity. I do feel for some of you, this could be like the birth of a child, starting a family, but obviously that's only going to be for some of you. You have the Eight of Cups, and again, walking away from things that no longer serve you. So I think a lot of people are doing this right now. It's like, it's hard to not see the truth right now. It's like we are, I personally believe that we're in a time of truth. And so, if there is something that isn't right for you, you're in the back of your mind, even if you keep doing it, you're going to know that it isn't right for you. It's like I have this zit that I've had for like a week. Why? Because like I've been super clean on my diet, this year. And also at the end of this year, I got even cleaner on my diet. And I had a piece of chocolate, right? One freaking piece of chocolate, and my face explodes. So, whatever. And, what I would say here is, it's like, I know it's not good for me, but I still ate it, right? So, I feel for a lot of you, it's like, this could be anything. You could be walking away from anything. You could be cutting anything out of your life that isn't good for you. So, like I said, it's like, I think the truth is very obvious at this time, but whether we eat the chocolate or not is the kind of the question, right? You have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is about setting healthy boundaries, and clearly, if you've dealt with like toxic people or toxic situations, I feel that you are setting boundaries against those toxic people and not dropping cards on camera probably as well. So definitely don't do that. But let's see. I'm going to clarify with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun here, and that's what we're going to use. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have this inspiration card. You're like the third person to have it in exactly this position, right here. This very first position. So this card is about following your inspirations, and you have the Star right here. And I personally believe that, again, we're in a time of inspiration. I think everyone needs to follow their inspirations at this time. With the Eight of Cups, you have this domination card. It's almost like popping into my head that you are seeing that there are certain people who just want to be right. Just always want to be right, just always want to win in life. And that's what I'm getting here is like you're cutting those types of people out. The people who are not flexible, People who just always have to dominate situations. I don't even think this is talking about, one thing or the other. Like, it's not talking about just love or, just business or just your career or just personal relationships. It's kind of talking about all things in your life. And, again, I feel that this is a good thing. Because again, you're moving on from people who just cause problems. With the Nine of Wands, you have this discovery card. We're in a time of discovery. I encourage everyone to, go on any adventures that you possibly can. Really, I think that we're in a time where it's not, it is a time of discovery. But I think kind of like the bigger message is that we're in a time where we need to give ourselves more options. And it's like, so like there are a couple ways you can give yourself more options. You go have new experiences, right? Go on adventures. You can educate yourself as well. That's like another thing. So, any of those things, any of those types of activities will just lead to more opportunities, which will lead to more abundance, more success, like this way, going this way as well. So there you go. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this dagger. It says conflict and danger lie in wait. This actually looks like a pretty good row. So again, I think we'll see what happens when we clarify, but I kind of feel like you're just avoiding people who cause these problems is really what it's saying. You have this hand of fate. It says forces beyond your control intervene. I feel like you're like, really, there are blessings coming in for you because Star, Empress, Ace of Cups, that looks pretty good to me. So I feel this is talking about success. You have the Star. One thing I will say is that you have the Star and then you have the Hermit. The Hermit, I'll talk about this again in a minute, but he has a star in his lantern. And I always say that he needs to kind of let that lantern out. He needs to, that is his inner light. That is something that he has gained because he has gone through a dark night of the soul. So it's almost as if you are putting your star in keeping it trapped. And I feel this is saying, no, it's a time to be an inspiration. And especially for you air signs, it's time for you to shine your inner light so you can inspire other people. I do feel like you are shining bright, definitely glow up vibes here, right? You have this inspiration card, Star, the Empress. Only thing that's missing is the Sun. So, what I would say here is that it's kind of a glow up reading. Definitely could be a lot more attention for you at this time. If you're looking for love, I would definitely get out there and meet new people. Looks to me like there could be a lot of new people that you could be meeting at this time, or a lot of new people that you could be interacting with the Empress. I also feel there's like a lot of abundance coming in here. You go this way, down to the Ace of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles is like a big new opportunity coming into your life, or just a new opportunity. And then you have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, whenever I have like the Ace of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles, that really tells me that there's an opportunity that requires education, because Page of Pentacles, card of studiousness, card of learning something new. So, whenever I have, Ace of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles, it says that there is probably an opportunity that is not immediately clear on what it is, because he's just kind of looking at it here. He's just kind of looking at that opportunity, and he's like, is this an opportunity, or is this something I want to invest in? So I feel that the Ace of Cups is saying, yes, there's an opportunity that you are definitely going to want to invest in. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, and this could be love, but it doesn't have to be. I feel that this is just something entering into your life that is worth it. And I feel this reading is pretty simple, because I feel like it's saying it's worth it and you're strong enough to do it, because you have that fish card. The fish card is kind of telling me that you are prepared, or you have been being prepared to take on this opportunity. Again, I can't get away from that. I can't get away from that whole fish swimming upstream type of thing, where it's like, yeah, you've been really putting in the work, but I feel this is the time. This is like the moment where you see that it's all worth it, right? With the Star, you have this eccentricity card. Yeah, I believe that we're all being given kind of unique, eccentric, different ideas on how to live our lives. And, the biggest challenge right now is to live your life how you see fit and not everybody else. So, I would just do your own thing and don't worry what people say. Again, if you're doing anything important, people are going to call you crazy, weird, all those things, right? With the Empress, you have the submission cards. That dagger card could be saying that someone has been trying to dim your light. Star to the Hermit. Then you have this card here, where there is this bird inside of this cage, right? And I always say that bird could easily get out of that cage, but it just needs to set itself free. So I feel for a lot of you that this is saying you need to set yourself free from maybe a past person who put things on you or something like that. I really do get that energy here with that domination card. It's like maybe you dealt with a person who always just wanted to be right. You could have been dealing with a person who like gaslit you in some way as well. And so I would definitely be very careful of that with that domination card. But again, mentally, you could be saying, mentally, it's almost like, you had a person who, didn't like when people had expectations is kind of like what I'm getting here. And it's like maybe they said things to you like maybe you expected certain things of the relationships. And it's like they said to you like, oh, why do you have these expectations and things like that? But it's like, but that person had expectations. And so it's almost like they were, I don't know what to call that, right? But, it's almost like they had the biggest expectations out of everybody in this relationship or in this situation, but they constantly said to everyone else, you have expectations, And so I feel like it's almost like it caused like PTSD or something like that, right? And so I feel this is about setting yourself free from that and realizing that that person was not normal. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Secrets card. This is a good card, not a bad card. It's a card that says, yes, there probably is hidden or secret information that exists that could lead to a lot of success, but you just have to look for it. I've been saying for 2 years now that I believe we really have to, move a lot of dirt to get to the gold, as I say, right? I believe that we're in a time where I look at it like gold mining, right? You have to sift through a lot of information. If you're trying to build something, do something, be something, have something, whatever, in your life, you're going to have to do a lot of research, but it's going to be worth it. So, yes, there's hard work to do and there are things you have to learn, but if you learn them, you will be successful. Again, that card is Venus and Scorpio, and it can represent a lot of abundance coming in. If you get to like the juice, the good stuff. Seven of Pentacles is the juice worth the squeeze, right? Next, you have this full moon in Sagittarius. It says, look at the big picture. This is in the area of what's coming towards you, by the way. And you have this cardinal moon. It says, be bold and make the first move. So I feel like the move you're making is accepting the Ace of Pentacles into your life. I really see this Ace of Pentacles as just an opportunity. Again, it could be love, but I almost feel that there's two separate opportunities in this reading. I feel that this is something financial or something that has to do with like a general improvement that you're making. And I feel the love opportunity is up here. So, I don't think that this here is talking about love necessarily. Again, it could be a person who's coming to you and saying, I want to take you out on a date. And it's just saying, accept the opportunity, say yes, right? So I would say yes, if there's someone who comes in. But again, for the most part, though, I really feel, Sagittarius, adventure, all the other adventure stuff here, everyone gets stuff about adventure right now. So I feel there's like a new opportunity, but it's probably like work or career based or has something to do with your finances. Even if you're retired, I'm getting like there could be opportunities for you to, make investments, improve your finances. Could also involve like moving or traveling, I'm getting, like if you're retired. So some of you could be putting yourself in just a better position, and that could be the opportunity that's coming in for you. Whatever it is, again, I can't get away from the fact that it's going to require research because you have this Page of Pentacles right here. I'm also getting something here about good news coming in for you. So if you've been waiting for approval or anything like that, and now that's leaving my mouth, I feel like I've said that to you before, like recently. So, if I've said that before recently, then I definitely feel that's confirmation that there's approval or something like that. You're like the only sign that gets anything about like getting approved for something or whatever. You have the Five of Cups here. I feel like you need to realize that there's something so much better coming in for you. And, it's like there's a moment that you've been being prepared for, and that moment is about to be here. I kind of feel you are experiencing a little bit of a dip, in your life at this time, Libra. What I will tell you is, I just think that this is Mercury retrograde. Like, I literally put up a post about this at the beginning of the year when we had a Mercury retrograde, where I said, hey, everybody, right? I'll just give you an example. I said, hey, everybody, Bitcoin is going to dip because it dips every single Mercury retrograde. Literally, guess what happened? Bitcoin went down, right? I'm getting to a point here, so I'm telling you this for a reason. And again, not financial advice. I failed math my entire life. I have no clue what I'm talking about, and I am not suggesting that you invest in Bitcoin. But what I'm saying is that every single Mercury retrograde, Bitcoin goes down. Guess what happened at the beginning of this Mercury retrograde? It dipped. It went down a little bit, and but it still went down. There was still a dip, right? And it goes back, it goes back up every single time, right? So again, I'm not suggesting you invest in something. Someone accused me of controlling the Bitcoin price. I'm like, I wouldn't even be on video if I had the power to control the Bitcoin price, right? I would be on Mars with Elon. I would be out of here. Sorry. So if that was true, but I'm just saying, right? There's a dip. So why the hell am I talking about this? Because I think that in our personal life as well, especially this Mercury retrograde that we're in right now, I think that it could be causing a little bit of a dip where maybe we are reflecting on where we were like 8 years ago, for example. So I don't know if you remember where you were like 8, 10 years ago. You could probably go back to 2012, but this Mercury retrograde in particular, I think is making us reflect on that time. And, I just think it's like the universe is saying, did you learn from those lessons? Because if you did, then great, you're going to pass the test. And so I feel that's what's going on here. There's just, there could be like a disappointment, or you could be having a disappointment in some area of your life that reminds you of that time, like 2012, something like that. And really, what I feel like you need to realize is that you know what to do now. You have climbed to the top of the mountain. You just need to shine your inner light. And that's what I feel like you need to do with this Hermit card. And, I feel, the other thing that I'm feeling here is that some of you could be being triggered by like family, but not like in a bad way. I don't mean this like, oh, these people, you need to cut them out of your life or something like that. What I mean here is that, you could be seeing how there is a generational curse in your family, which I don't necessarily believe in that. But, I do believe that, energies can carry forward. We're all raised a certain way, and because we're raised a certain way, maybe it looks like a generational curse because we're raised a certain way and we just are raised to do the same thing our parents did, right? It's almost like you're breaking something like that, or you're having a breakthrough, which I think a lot of people are. We have Neptune and Pisces, which I always say is like a direct challenge to traditional belief. So a lot of people are going to be breaking these kind of like, curses. With the Hermit, you have the Celeste card. I feel like, there's someone you won't be able to control yourself around. So love is changing. I've talked about this a lot. And, I think the energy of love is changing for the better. And, I feel this is saying there could be someone who you're not going to be able to control yourself around and vice versa. I think it's a good thing. With the Five of Cups, you have this Idealism card. Could be an Aquarius, another air sign. Could also be an earth sign I'm getting here. General reading, could be any sign, but you have Aquarius here twice. This is the Sun in Aquarius. This is Aquarius right here. But like I said, could be any sign coming in for you. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have this drama card. Yeah, I would avoid drama at all costs. A lot of people have been getting these cards. They're like getting stabbed in the back, drama, blah, 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 right? I think it's the time that we're in. There are like a lot of crows around. Like that's what I look at it as, is like crow energy. If you've ever seen like a crow, crows will chase hawks or eagles, and the eagles soar very high, and that's why the crows attack them. There's more to it, but like the mythology of it is that the eagle can soar very high, so all the little birds are always chasing them around, right? And so like I think that there is that type of energy in the astrology where like the little shit birds are kind of coming out of the woodwork attacking people for doing good work, and really there's nothing to do other than ignore it. So there you go, that's what I would do. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Enlightenment card. Star, Hermit, definitely Enlightenment. You have this Healing Chaos card. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be healing chaos, of course, and I also feel like you're finding something unusual here as well. I'm hearing a fart in a tornado. So I don't know if I don't know. Back in the old country, we have a saying that when something is impossible to find, it's like finding a fart in a tornado. So that popped into my head with this tornado that's going on here. So I don't know what that means. I've never, I haven't said that in a very long time. So again, I feel like some of you are finding something that's it's almost like you're finding something in chaos is what I'm trying to say. It's like you're finding something good, not a fart. I feel like you're finding something like something that you really want. Look, this Page of Cups, he has that fish in the cup, and I'm getting like apple of his eye. So there's something really special that I think you are finding maybe in a time of chaos, or in a time where things are going a little bit crazy or something like that in your life. And this could be a good thing. This could be love, for example, with the Page of Cups. But Page of Cups, that fish could just be his dream, something that he's dreaming of manifesting. And it's like you're finding something very good. You have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, a card of success, of course, and a victory. So I do feel like there could be a victory that's coming in for you with the Six of Wands. I also feel that there could be just, assistance is what I'm getting. That he has that white horse, and the white horse in the tarot can represent assistance or someone who's helping you. So I do feel like there could be a person who's helping you in life. You have the Page of Pentacles, which is like good news. So I do feel good news here. Again, I feel like there's something you need to learn about right here with the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel for a lot of you that there could be like a new opportunity, a new job opportunity, and I would learn about it. With the Page of Cups, you have this manipulation card. This is actually a good card. It's not like, a bad manipulation card. It's Jupiter and Scorpio. You have a lot of Scorpio cards here as well, I will say. So, you could be dealing with a Scorpio for some of you, or it could just be a person who has Scorpio on their chart. But this is a card of manifestation. It's like manipulating the energy to get what you want. So again, it's not like bad manipulation. And I would make sure that you're using your powers of energy manipulation and alchemy to get what you want. With the Six of Wands, you have this intuition card. Every single person gets like 900 intuition cards in their readings. So trust your intuition, listen to your intuition. Obviously, it's always a good idea. With the Page of Pentacles, you have this companionship card. Yes. See, a lot of people have been getting more of this type of energy as well, like companionship, friendship, like more, not just a lover, so like much, much deeper. So as I've been saying, I really do believe love is changing for the better, and the energy around it is different. It's not just like love, I think it's much, much better. You have this mountain card. It says major challenges to overcome. I don't really feel there are challenges to overcome. I think, again, this is more of that fish energy. It's like, I think you need to realize how strong you are. It's like, the fish doesn't realize how strong it is until it goes somewhere where there is no current, right? So it's like when it's in the current, it's fighting against the current. It just kind of is very slowly moving forward. But if it were to be placed in like a pool of water that is still, it would be able to zip around no problem. So that's really what's popping into my head here. Is I feel like you need to realize that you are being it's almost like you are about to be placed in the ocean or something. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say here, Libra. I hope you get what I'm saying. But it's like you're about to be placed somewhere where there's like less current. And, again, it might have you needing to keep going back to the current as well so that you can stay strong, right? You have this pig card. It says, beware of greed. I would definitely be careful of greedy energy. You have this dark woman. It says, dealings with relationships with a woman with dark complexion or hair. And then I always clarify these people cards. And you have this turkey. It says someone is behaving stupidly. So I would be very careful of anyone. It doesn't even have to be a woman. It could just be a person who's behaving stupidly. I'm going to skip forward one card because you also have this card that says someone working against you behind your back. Again, it's weird to me that it just seems to me like a lot of this energy has been coming up this year. We did have Mars retrograde in Gemini at the beginning of the year. And yes, I know that we don't have Mars retrograde still. But I don't know. I kind of feel like there's something about that. So, I would just ignore it. You have this flag card. It says, do not be tempted to lower your standards. Again, the fish. It's like you're meant to be in a place that makes you stronger. So, I think that's what's going on here. I want to see what this card is. Yeah, you have this card that says dolphin. It says financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So, a lot of success here. But I think this is a really good reading just in general, Libra. A lot of good stuff coming up here. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.